Welcome back to Bloomers in the Garden. Julio.
Yes.
The weather is finally
Oh,
starting
it is.
to warm up.
It is.
Frost-free date's about 2 weeks away. Don't forget
far.
that.
Yep.
But you know what soil temperature is today? Come on, take a guess.
65.
Ooh, you're pretty close. 69.
Ooh, that high.
That's high. But
Yeah.
still, if you put a plant in and it gets a frost, it's going to hurt the tops,
it is.
not necessarily roots. Not a good thing.
Not a good thing.
But I've looked at our 10-day forecast. We don't have that below 40 weather.
Yes.
You know, think about it. We had a drop in temperature last week. So if we go backwards, there's a 50-degree difference between what the weather was last week compared to this week.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy, yeah.
Crazy. So, you know, again, it's warming up,
is.
but it's time to get that garden prepped.
Get it ready.
Oh, turn over that soil,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
You got to get in there and turn it over. I don't know if you rototiller or just,
I use
you
my
know,
fork.
yeah, elbow grease.
Elbow grease.
You do it on your back or you do it on the back of a rototiller. But it's time to turn over that soil.
It is.
Some of you maybe already had some things planted, but there's nothing better than when you turn over that soil and you add that organic matter. And you want to use bumper crop.
Yep.
Right? Bumper crop's got everything in it.
Yep,
everything in it has mycorrhiza. And mycorrhiza, again, is let's just be real simple. It's the link between your plants being able to absorb the nutrient value out of the soil. All right, we're not going to go crazy into mycorrhiza right now. But it is critical for that exchange to happen. Also, it has earthworm casting. It has a lobster shell compost.
Kelp.
Right, kelp. That's exactly right. Kelp, I love. Kelp is a
great product.
I'm getting more and more into
seaweed.
Yeah, seaweed and things that just longer lasting food. Anyway, also peat moss, and that's what's going to make that ground nice and fluffy and absorb some water. And it helps no matter if you have sandy soil or if you have clay soil.
Both ways.
And if the more clay you have, the more you want to try to dig deeper. Dig deeper.
Yeah.
Also, Espoma garden tone. Espoma garden tone is an underrated fertilizer, I think.
I can smell it from here.
It's an organic.
Yeah.
So it releases slow. It has mycorrhiza in it. And again, we're not going to get bogged down in that discussion. But the fact that it will last long in your soil, and you want to add some into your soil as you're turning it over. So you're going to add organic matter and compost through your bumper crop. You're going to add the granular fertilizer, garden tone, and you're going to just mix that into your soil all together before you plant. Because we're going to tell you when you plant, you're going to use a little side dressing of garden tone after everything's planted as well.
Right.
So you're going to use it 2 times.
Twice, yep.
And then every 6 weeks, you're going to reapply.
Wonderful.
And it is a great time to work in the garden.
It is.
There's no better time. Now, there's another player here in the soil additive game, Magical.
Magical, yes.
Magical will adjust your pH to neutral, and that's what the majority of your vegetables want. They don't need an acidic soil. We're going to talk in a little about a fruiting plant that does, but it's not an herbaceous garden plant. It's not peppers. It's not squash. It's not tomatoes. It's not all of those plants that you put in a traditional garden. But what Magical will also do is it adds calcium. If any of you have had those tomatoes where you have these beautiful tomatoes starting and then all of a sudden you get this thing that looks like a giant scab on the bottom.
That's right, yeah.
And it's like, I've got a disease. No, I've got an insect. No, you have blossom end rot.
Right.
And what you have is a calcium deficiency. Using Magical in your garden, and again, most of the time it's sold for your lawns, but using Magical in your garden will add the calcium that you need and will prevent blossom end rot.
It's a great product.
How about that, Julio?
Yeah, easy.
Easy peasy.
Yep.
And you just, again, mix it in your soil. Mix it in your soil. It's a good thing, and it will help all of your garden plants.
Everything, yeah. So you're doing all this at once, and you're going to get it Right the first time.
That's right. And nothing's better than having a nice, soft, putting your fingers in the
fingers in
soil
there,
after
yeah.
it. There's nothing like it.
No,
There's nothing like it. And you have a little arthritis at 69 degrees, so that'll feel
even
good.
better, yeah. Yeah, you get those. You get that soil in your fingernails.
Under your fingernails, there you go. So again, turn it over. You're going to rake out any weeds and stones and things. Then you're going to add that bumper crop. You're going to add that garden tone and Magic Cow. And then you're going to turn it all in.
Over, yes.
And then after that, you're getting ready to plant. And you're going to go ahead and add a side dressing of garden tone to each one of the vegetables that you plant.
And you're going to love your vegetables. Oh,
that's right. And you know what I think you should add?
Uh-huh.
Go add some earthworms.
Oh, yes.
You know,
Yeah.
earthworms are going to improve your soil, and that it's something that will maintain and improve that clay soil that you might have, and that it just adds organic matter. I mean, earthworm castings are earthworm castings. So if you add some earthworms into your garden, it will help break down that organic matter. And like if you've got leaves that you've turned under or something like that, it's going to help break those down too.
They're the workhorses.
Yeah. You know, just think of vermiculture.
Yes.
But that's another show.
Yes.
All right. We'll be right back in the garden right after this. Hi, this is Len Schroeder from Bloomers in the Garden. Do you have a landscape, garden, or plant question? If so, call or text us using the Bloomers in the Garden hotline. Dial 609-685-1880. That's 609-685-1880. Don't be shy. We want to hear from you. Call or text us and let us know what problems you're facing. Let us know how we're doing. Call or text 609-685-1880. If we use your comment on the air, we'll send you a free Bloomers t-shirt. Call or text us at 609-685-1880. That's 609-685-1880. And we'll see you in the garden.
Time for Ask the Bon-Eyed Guy with answers to what's bugging you. Let's go to Dave on line 1.
Oh, hey, so I'm really big into next-generation technology. I've got a next-gen TV. I've got a next-gen lawnmower.
Cool.
Yeah, so now I've got next-gen weeds popping up in my garden. What do you recommend?
How about something next-gen?
Oh, really? I'm all ears.
Bon-Eyed Cleanup HE is the next-gen way to kill unwanted weeds, grasses, and brush in hours with just one application.
Whoa, okay. So what's with the HE?
Oh, it's a new high-efficiency formula, kind of like the laundry detergent. With Cleanup HE, 1 gallon treats up to 1,000 square feet. That's like 3 times more than what you're using now.
Oh, that's incredible.
Oh, yeah, and Cleanup HE's great for outdoor patios, walkways, driveways, and around flower beds and gardens. Just spray and watch those weeds disappear.
Now that's smart technology. Thanks, Bon-Eyed Guy.
Get next-gen weed control with new Cleanup HE from Bon-Eyed. Trusted since 1926. Visit your local hardware store or garden center today or learn more online at boneyed.com.
Dreaming of a gorgeous garden? Give your azaleas, rhododendron, blueberries, and evergreens a powerful boost with the #1 acid-loving plant food, Espoma Organic Hollytone. Hollytone is a perfect blend of natural, long-lasting ingredients that nourish plants for stronger roots, faster growth, and bountiful blooms. Plus, it's easy to use and safe for people, pets, and planet. Visit espoma.com for a retailer near you and helpful gardening tips. Espoma, a natural in the garden since 1929.